morning, everyone, and welcome to the Fiber Broadband Association's Five for Breakfast. We're now on our 52nd episode of 2024. Can you imagine that? 52 episodes so far this year. Before we kick off, I'd like to thank Wesco, the platinum sponsor for Five for Breakfast. First, I'd like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and thank you for taking time away from your holiday to join us today on Five for Breakfast. The good news for our government is President Biden signed a 3-month funding bill on Saturday after the House and Senate passed a last-minute continuing resolution. After a week which showed that anything can happen in politics, at the 11th hour, we saw Congress finally find a pathway forward to pass legislation to fund the government. The final agreement passed this weekend includes a 1-year farm bill extension and more than $100 billion for hurricane disaster relief. The Farm Bill includes funding for the RUS, the Rural Utility Service, and the Reconnect broadband program. As we enter 2025, the Fiber Broadband Association will be working its way around North America with an amazing lineup of regional Fiber Connect workshops. We're going to start in San Antonio in February, Philadelphia in March. We'll have Fiber Day on the Hill in DC in April. We'll be in Fiber Connect 2025, June 1st to 4th in Nashville. Then we'll be up in Anchorage in July, over in Toronto in Canada, August, and out in the West Coast in Spokane in September, and then in the Southwest with Scottsdale and Phoenix in October. Then we round the year up in Kansas City in November, and then we have our premier member meeting in Palm Springs December 8th and 9th. So it's going to be an action-packed 2025. That brings us today's Five for Breakfast session. Our guests today are Evann Freeman, our Fiber Connect 2025 chairman, and also Vice President of Government Affairs at EPB, and Rich Williams, our 2025 program director, to discuss the Fiber Broadband Association's 2025 event review. Before I introduce today's guests, I'd like to introduce David Norris from team who's going to walk us through some housekeeping items.
Thank you very much, Gary, and thank you everybody who's joined us. We appreciate it. Before I go over a few logistics, we'd like to once again thank our platinum sponsor of Fiber for Breakfast, Wesco. Now, please keep in mind all participants are in listen-only mode today. To ask a question, please type it into the question box located within the control panel on the side of your screen, and we will host a Q&A session with our panelists at the end of today's presentation. This presentation is also being recorded and will be available on FBA's website within 24 to 48 hours, and you can find that recording in the Events tab under the Fiber for Breakfast drop-down option. At the conclusion of today's presentation, you'll be prompted to complete a brief feedback survey. Please take a moment to do so. We appreciate your input. And with that, I will pass things back over to Gary to once again introduce our panelists and get things started. Gary?
Thanks, David, and good morning. I'm Gary Bolton, the President and CEO of the Fiber Broadband Association. Last week on Fiber for Breakfast, our guest was our good friend and strategic research partner, Mike Render, the CEO of FBA, who shared with us the 2024 deployment numbers are in and how strong the current and future fiber to the home market is. The quick takeaway is our industry saw another record fiber deployment year in 2024 with 10.3 million homes passed with fiber. That's up from 9.1 million in 2023 and 8.2 million in 2024. So on 2022. So we're on a pretty steep trajectory. We now have 76.5 million unique homes passed with fiber and about 88 million total passings. So if you missed last week's session, you can go to our website and watch the replay. Today on Fiber for Breakfast, our guests are Evann Freeman, our Fiber Connect 2025 chairman and Vice President of Government Affairs at EPB, and Rich Williams, our 2025 program director, to discuss the Fiber Broadband Association's 2025 event review. So Evann is the Vice President of Government and Community Relations at EPB in Chattanooga. In this role, Evann leads EPB's government relations and economic development. Evann served on the Fiber Broadband Association's board of director and is the 2025 Fiber Connect chairman, the conference chairman. Rich is the president of Connect2 Communications, a PR agency, and he works with clients on messaging, program development goals with the team at Connect2 to ensure programs develop match client priorities. In his role as FBA's conference program director, he works with the executive team, conference committee, and other stakeholders to craft and curate the agendas for the regional Fiber Connect workshop series and the annual Fiber Connect conference and expo. So welcome, Rich and Evann. And for our audience, please type in your questions go and we'll work them in discussion. With that, I will turn it over to Rich and Evan.
Yep. And Gary, we're excited to be here and Merry Christmas.
Merry
Yeah,
Christmas.
thanks for having us.
Yep. And just to jump right in, we're really excited about the lineup of events that are shaping up for 2025. And to kick it off, just the theme of the Fiber Connect 2025, Light It Up, which this year is an important year with some of the states getting their BEAT funding coming their way, and just a lot of construction and projects that are already underway and will be completed, and some started. But this is a great time. So we're highlighting, lighting up the networks throughout our country and pushing that encouragement for our membership and vendors. Again, hit the next slide. Yeah. And so, Gary, you mentioned some of these the regional events that we're having. 2024 was really great and impressive here. The turnout had been tremendous. All the events, I believe, we sold out. Just about all of our regional events. Then adding the event in Canada that was successful. Going to do that again this year. But we did this a little bit last year in 2024, adding subjects to each of the events. And so we were intentional to do it for all of our regional events this year because those ended up being successful. So we'll kick it off in San Antonio in February with the economic impact, going to Philly with digital equity. You mentioned Anchorage, really excited about getting out to Alaska and doing a regional event out there. And these regional events have been really great at one, bringing awareness to what's going on with broadband in those areas, but also just, idea sharing, networking, and just a great opportunity for folks to be together. And so adding that, that additional event this year is really good. But as you can see, we're going to be hitting every region in the country. And again, doing that in Canada as well, in Toronto in August. You go to the next slide.
So if we look at Fiber Connect, we start on Sunday as people arrive. We start with FBA will host two pre-conference workshops. One, the standard FBA broadband starter toolkit, which we packed full of lessons learned and tips and tricks for people just starting out in the broadband market. And we've had one this year on brand economics and how brand impacts fiber financials. The goal with that one is to help operators and vendors and the ecosystem understand the role brand equity and brand knowledge plays as you introduce new service and might be serving people for the first time who've never considered broadband before, and just understanding those, how that could affect how your brand's perceived and how you launch and manage services in those areas. We'll also have the opportunity for.
You're talking about the biggest fiber broadband conference in the world in Nashville, June 1st to 4th, and this is talking about what's happening on Sunday, June 1st, right?
Oh, right, correct. Sorry, we switched from yes. This is for Fiber Connect. Sorry, at the Gaylord Opryland in Nashville. We expect 5,000 of our closest friends to join us there. And this is the two pre-conference workshops we'll host. We'll also have the opportunity for people to sponsor pre-conference workshops if they want to dive deep on products or solutions or partnerships. But we're really looking forward to kicking off the conference with these two workshops. And then we have an amazing artist playing at the welcome party that night that you'll be excited to see.
Any hints or?
Well, I can actually, it's Sophia Scott. So if you're a kind of pop country fan, check out Sophia Scott. We do have on our website a Spotify link to all the artists playing at the show. So you can check out that music and get excited for it because we're really excited about this. It's going to be a backyard barbecue theme with Sophia Scott.
Now, last year, Ryan, his career kind of took off after Fiber Connect, and we launched his career.
Oh, absolutely. We can take total credit for that, or certainly caught him on a wave. He played the Grand Ole Opry for the first time 2 weeks out, or a week and a half after Fiber Connect. He was nominated for Academy of Country Music Award for The Painter, which he wrote. He just launched another album called Gospel Takes that released about 2 weeks ago. So he's a rising star in Nashville.
And what was his name again, Ryan?
Ryan Larkins.
Ryan Larkins. Okay, so Fiber Connect is the place to launch the careers for aspiring country music superstars, right? Of any
Yes,
genre, right?
exactly,
Right.
any genre. But yes, certainly in Nashville, we tend to gravitate more towards the country and the Americana genre.
And I guess we hopefully have a really big surprise. It's not only aspiring superstars for the future, but maybe some legends might show up, huh?
We're working on that. We actually had a meeting about that on Thursday, but we can't reveal that yet. That's to come.
Yep.
So some exciting things in store, huh?
Absolutely. Go to the next slide. One thing we can reveal though is if anyone's a fan of the um, Hot Ones on YouTube, the series that Sean Evans hosts. Sean Evans is coming to Fiber Connect. He's going to be hosting a fiber broadband hot seat with two lucky guests. They're going to dive deep into issues and challenges associated with building extending fiber broadband more broadly than ever been extended before, reaching the previously unreachable. And as those guests answer the questions, they'll be eating increasingly hot wings. So it's going to be on Monday, but don't miss it as we take some of our executives put them on the fiber broadband hot seat this year.
So let me get
And,
this straight. So we're going to have Sean Evans on stage with two of our members of our industry, and he's going to be feeding these ridiculously hot wings while he asks some very hot questions. And
Burning
so
questions, the questions
burning
that are
questions,
burning. Yes,
they'll be crying either through ghost peppers or through the tough questions being asked, huh?
exactly.
yeah,
There's
I think
no, we're
that
not.
as the heat goes up, the questions get tougher. But if y'all have not, if you're not familiar with Sean Evans, I recommend you go to YouTube and look at some of the episodes. They're pretty fun and hilarious.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be the coolest thing at Fiber Connect, or one of the coolest things will be the fiber broadband hot seat. Thank you very much. All right, next slide.
So like next up, we have
Um,
an operator light talks, which we've had in the past several times, and they've been very popular. And this is our version of the TED Talks. And again, these are network operators, and we're really excited about the lineup that we have this year from CitySat Fiber and SaskTel and Ting Internet and Alta Fiber and C Spire. Really have those been great and successful and really a good learning experience for everybody. And so we are intentional about making sure we bring those back. And Rich, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that this lineup was booked before Fiber Connect was over.
most of it was, and I potentially am confirming one more, but I have to wait for something to play out. But
That's
so
my
there could be a
favorite
six. We
part.
could be having a sixth one.
Yeah, these are my favorite part of the general sessions is hearing from the leaders of these operators, and I always think it's so informative. And I mean, I'm looking forward to hearing from Susie Hayes, the new, fairly new CEO of C Spire. That'll be awesome, and also Alta Fiber. I mean, these are great. Ting, Cityside Fiber, SaskTel, one of our Canadian operators. That'll be the first time we have a Canadian CEO operator, right?
Correct.
That's correct.
Correct. So next slide. So the general sessions at Fiber Connect, one of the things I'm most proud of that Evan and I have been able to do with the committee is really craft a conference program unlike any other in the industry, which I think is a testament to why it's the largest, best conference, and we have over 5,000 people expected to attend. One, we get to have some fun with how we name them, but this is the general sessions from Monday and Tuesday. The long and winding road, bringing broadband to the remotest locations on Earth. And then I'm excited about innovations expanding fiber's reach, and we're inviting experts on precision ag, autonomous vehicles, the Undersecretary of Technology and Innovation for the Chickasaw Nation, so talking about nationwide, and then telehealth. So four incredibly talented experts talking about just the role that fiber broadband plays, and then be able to extend the services they're helping create. Really excited about that. Then we're going to dive into the smart home on Tuesday, and then talk a bit about how we architect for growth, how our companies and our industry can build the systems and teams and processes to make sure they can support the fiber broadband rollout that we expect this year. Next slide. And on Wednesday, we're going to have the popular State Broadband Summit. So if you haven't booked tickets yet, make sure you stay for Wednesday. We've got a great lineup of programs, including a roundtable with 5 of our favorite state broadband officers. Just kidding, they're all our favorites. We're going to talk about the community connection, how fiber impacts economics and opportunity. One of my favorite puns ever, and if you know me, you know I love the puns, is Mother, may I deploy fiber? And we have 3 mayors confirmed to speak on that. And then our final panel of the day will be taking it to the streets where fiber meets the road to really dive into the construction and outside plant challenges, including permitting and locates that we know is top of mind for all of our operator members.
So, I mean, really what you're doing is you're building to a crescendo, right? We start with the prelude with the pre-conference workshop, then the main dynamic with our general sessions and our breakout sessions, and then you close it with this epic crescendo of the State Broadband Summit on Wednesday. So it's every day gets better and better.
We try to have something for everyone at Fiber Connect. So no matter what your role is, no matter what your level is, whether you're a veteran or brand new to the industry, you'll find things tailor-made for you.
Yep.
Next slide.
And we're really, really excited, and Rich has been working really hard getting these invites out to get our state broadband offices there to be speaking. Also have a separate place that they can go and get work done, but and opportunities to network and really be there in the conference, not just to generically speak, but there's ways for them to be interactive with everyone at the conference. And so really excited that we have this list up to 19, which I think we're over 20. I think, Rich.
We're if everyone that said they're getting approval comes, we're at 27. But I took off the names that weren't confirmed. So there's another 8 that are interested in just getting approvals.
So over half the nation's state broadband directors will be there to meet with people one-on-one, but also to speak so you can hear what they're doing and where they are. I mean, to me, a couple weeks ago when Thomas Tyler of Louisiana spoke and went to the details of how they did their awards and what the outcomes were, and then how their bid worked and everything was so instructive and amazing. And I look forward to hearing every one of these state directors.
Next slide.
And then we have the so backing back up to Monday and Tuesday, some of the afternoon planning that we have in our breakout sessions, and we really going back to what Rich said about having something for everybody, from the CEO on down, we want to make sure that there's content available for everybody at Fiber Connect. And so Monday afternoon, we're bringing back again the C-suite forum, which is an opportunity for a C-suite level to have an afternoon in themselves. So there'll be food available and just a nice atmosphere for them to network in, but then also have hear from great speakers and get great content. This year we're starting the Smart Home Open House, which would be at the Expo Hall. So really excited about that and think that's going to be cool because as fiber is built out and deployed, really what are the things that folks can do and take advantage of, and so those in-home products, that market continues to boom and grow in those devices are things that folks are looking for. So really an opportunity to highlight that. And then on Tuesday, the Broadband Policy Symposium, but again, having something for everyone. And this is an opportunity for the public policy focus individuals to go to and just hear from perspectives from state level all the way up to the federal level. And we have several invites out, and we know with the administration changing, we're standing tuned to make sure those relationships are there so we can get those invites to the appropriate folks. And then, the tribal broadband conversation and focus, making sure that's a part of the conversation throughout all of Fiber Connect. And then the Overbuilder Toolkit, which has been something we've done for a while and been very successful, and glad that's back.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the C-suite forum where we have, the CEOs or the C-levels from, about 120 companies, I guess, in the past. So it's kind of small, but it's intimate, and be able to not only hear from some amazing speakers, it can be, no press allowed. So it's can speak frankly, and then also the great networking. And then we also, right, Rich, we have the executive conference room, or suite, so that C levels can go and have private meetings and so forth. So we want to make sure that we have a place for executives to be productive. They can be there on the show to get deals done, but they also can continue to run their operations from our suite.
Absolutely, and it's going to be really fitted out this year with comfortable seating and coffee, and um, we're going to have a lunch with um, Wall Street equity analysts to talk about the market and how that's shaping up. So really get some unique content tailored for them, as well as a C-suite forum, which will start Monday afternoon.
Fantastic.
Next slide. There we go. The breakouts. So the breakouts, here's where we really tap into our membership to provide their expertise and insight. We had over 220 submissions this year to join us for, I think, 114 slots. So really competitive, some great submissions. And these are the topics we're going to look at over the 2 days. We are going to start at 1 p.m. today with 40 minutes today in June, just to give a little more buffer for some of the lunch activities. And once again, we've partnered with the Broadband Forum, and they'll be hosting their tech deep dives during this time. They are also part of the Proof of Concept program. So that is also going to be on the show floor this year. And this year we are focused on 3 of their certifications. So bringing that back for the 4th year, I think. But again, trying to find something for everyone. So if no matter where you work in the industry, that's where it is. If you look at Gary, you're talking about the lounges. We have 3 lounges this year at Fiber Connect. We have the Executive Experience, which, like I said, is a lunch roundtable with Wall Street analysts. We also have the C-suite forum in there. We have the State Broadband Officer Lounge, which provides a place for state broadband offices and their teams to work, to have meetings, to get off the show floor. And this year we've introduced the Tribal Broadband Networking Lounge for our tribal broadband guests to come and have meetings, meet with each other, and get off the show floor and get their business done. Next slide. So something that's new this year is we've created an opportunity within the Expo Hall Theater called Broadband Discussion Salons. And this is available for any member that wants to host one. These are 30-minute sessions to talk about whatever issue you want to poll the industry for. Think of it as a focus group with the best and brightest from the fiber broadband industry. If you want to dive deep on issues like tribal broadband, DEI, grant writing, open access, it's a great forum to get input directly from people working in our industry. So we're looking forward to having that as part of the program this year. And a party is only as good as its guests. We expect all of you to come.
That means you have to come and participate and sign. Yeah, we're really excited about Fiber Connect, and really excited about all the the regional events and as well. But just again, great our goal is to have great content, but also have a good and fun experience. So we will be bringing back karaoke again. So I hope everyone signs up. If all the other great things don't get you there, the karaoke should.
Yes, it'll be there Monday night from 8 to 10. So don't miss your opportunity to come show your chops. But we can't wait to see you guys at the regionals, first in San Antonio in February, then Philly in March, and then at Fiber Connect in Nashville. So that's the reveal. That's how we're gonna light it up this year, Gary.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, can you just speaking of light up? Evan briefly mentioned that, but can you talk a little more about the theme and what how we can expect to light it up a little?
Well, I think you're gonna find some elements through the through the program that we're going to be lighting things up. The the idea is that these networks are going to be lit up for the first time using BEAD funding, and we're pretty excited about that. But Tuesday night we have a party plan that is a lighted up party that will have a DJ, and if you have light up shoes or hats, I'm just saying some people do, you can wear those and you won't be out of place.
Some
Unlike
people
me
do.
for a meeting. Yeah, so oh, I know you have some. But you're gonna see that lighted up theme really executed throughout the contract and the contract throughout the conference, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. I mean, it's fun. There's quite a few songs that are. Oh, another thing that we're gonna have this year that we did not talk about that we will be able to share is we will have a new fiber broadband song that we had two of our good friends that performed last year at the board dinner, incredible songwriters called Golden West, Brittany Knott and Taylor Nash, and they have written an amazing song about the impact fiber broadband has on communities and people, and it's just a great tune. So we met with them. They went out and wrote it, and they're recording it. We're going to share that in advance of the conference and have a little fun contest if people want to take advantage of it. But some original, not only great musicians throughout the conference, but we're also going to have an original tune for everyone to jam to.
Awesome. Yeah, so Fiber Connect, I mean, so 2025 is the pivotal year. I mean, not only BEAD funding, which is really only addressing 5 million homes. When you look at the rest of the nation, just all the private capex. I was super excited when John Stankey announced AT&T's commitment to get to 50 million homes by the end of the decade. Ariane Schaefer is going to be joining me next week and talking about what Google Fiber is doing. I mean, Alta Fiber is going to be on there. We have Lumen, everybody, all this private investment. So this is the big year where we're going to see a huge ramp up. Not only we've been growing about 1 million homes passed per year, and at 10.3 million homes this year. But I think next year and the next several years we will see up to 12 million or so homes passed per year kind of run rate. So it's a really exciting time.
Yeah, it's
It
it's an
is.
exciting time, and I know, this as each year, I think broadband, we it's over and over again proved that fiber is very important to having connecting people, from broadband on down, just not the internet services, but from employment to education and telehealth, all the things that new technology is allowing us to do. Fiber is powering that, and is evident by the capex announcements you were talking about, and so just we're again really excited about lighting it up, continue to light it up in 2025.
And I think there's some other surprises that you guys kept in your back pocket. So
Yeah,
There's
we're working hard on, and even from the experience, the stage setup, I'm really excited about what that's going to look like, and so just a lot of great stuff going on, and look forward to everyone signing up and being there to share it with you.
I mean, what I love about Fiber Connect, not only just seeing 5,000 of our closest friends, but the experience, as you mentioned, Evan, we significantly increased our AV investment for 2025, and it's going to blow you away when you see the main stage and what our AV companies, the new technology they have. That's going to be super exciting. The music, Rich, you always bring fantastic artists in, and just I love during the breaks listening to the live music and these amazing young artists and the events and the great time. But most importantly is getting business done and just the flow. I think we've improved the flow of the floor so we can make sure that everybody gets the right people to their booths, and hopefully you guys are ready to ink deals and really elevate the industry to the next level. Um, any other closing comments you have?
We've also got great meetups planned too. I think we have 6 meetups planned this year. Women in Fiber meetup. We've got a tribal broadband meetup. We've got a first timer, a fiber under 40 meetup. Just opportunities to connect and meet up with other people that might share common interests or are in the same stage of their career or same age bracket. They don't have a meetup for the old fogies, which I would have to attend, but since I am not allowed to go to the fiber under 40 any longer. But Evan, you can go.
Fiber over
But it's
50.
yeah, fiber over 50.
I like
Yeah, we've
that.
got a couple more things in our back pocket that we're working to finalize that are going to be pretty exciting. That fiber broadband, Fiber Connect is the thing I'm always amazed by is the conversations that happen backstage. Now, I spend most of my mornings in the green room behind the main stage as that program develops, and just hearing these executives and policy leaders and politicians meet for the first time and share stories and book meetings to talk about what's coming next. Like, it just brings together the best and the brightest. And when you have those people in a room together, amazing things happen. And you hear that in hallway conversations, you hear that in the lounges, you hear that in the show floor, and you hear that during the Q&A, during the breakouts, and it's just a great experience for everyone. And I certainly hope you guys join us.
Fantastic. Any parting words, Evan?
No, just Merry Christmas to everyone, and hopefully everybody has time to spend with their families and stay safe, and look forward to 2025.
I love your sweater, so thanks for
Oh,
bringing the
thank
holiday
you.
cheer. Rich and I are a little bit lean on holiday cheer here. All right. Well, thanks everyone. I look forward to getting back together next Wednesday, which happens to be New Year's Day, with the Fiber Broadband Association's board chair. Our 2025 chair is Ariane Schaefer, the head of U.S. federal and state policy for Google Fiber, and she is going to talk about what our plans are on her priorities and our plans for Fiber Broadband Association, and things that we're going to be doing with the new administration. So you're not going to want to miss that. And I look forward to seeing you guys on New Year's Day, and hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas and a happy holiday.